We are back with the MTSU Dynasty here in CFB 26. We're 5-1 to start our very first season, and our next opponent, as you can see, is Delaware. Delaware is in their first season as an FBS school after many years in the FCS. In the 70s, they dominated Division II football, winning 2 national championships and being a fixture in the playoffs before moving to Division I AA, or FCS as we know it now, and being a fixture in the playoffs, although they've had some rough seasons up until the past few seasons with Coach Ryan Carty. But so far in their first season in FBS, they're 2-4. They're coming off of a blowout win against Jacksonville State, winning 43-6. How will they fare today? Well, they'll get the football first, and we'll see what their offense can do as they kneel it down in the end zone. One player on this offense we're going to have to look out for is senior wide receiver Jake Thaw, who had a big game last week. And here they are on offense, 1st and 10. Here's quarterback Zach Marker dropping back. Ironically, there's a penalty marker down as he throws it deep looking for Thaw, and Abdul Muhammad nearly picks it off. That's going to be a hold against the Blue Hens. Not exactly how they wanted to start this game off. So now 1st and 20 for Delaware. Here's a handoff to Jonathan Silver. He's blown up in the backfield. Good play by Brendan Harris. So now 2nd and 23, Delaware again in the shotgun. Here's a handoff to Silver again. This time Silver is able to sneak by and pick up 5 yards. So now 3rd and 18, Delaware has a ways to go to get the first here. Quick throw over the middle, there's Nicholas LeBoy, not even close to the marker. So now the Blue Raiders take the field. Ricky Hunt Jr. looking to continue his pretty good season as he shares the ball with the other BBCs. We'll see what our offense can do here. 1st and 10 out of the shotgun, handoff to Jaden Flip Cradle, and he'll pick up about 7. We're already near midfield as Nicholas Vadiato will throw his first pass of the game. That's completed to Patterson. He's across the 50. First down, Blue Raiders. Both offenses have really operated mainly from the shotgun throughout this game as Cameron Lacey's in motion. Vadiato swings it to him in plenty of space in front of Lacey. He's going to get all the way up to the 24. Delaware's defense just got caught with their pants down there. We're pretty close to getting into the end zone here as Vadiato will take the snap. Can't find anybody open. He's going to roll to his right. And he's going to take off with it. And Vadiato gets thrown out of bounds after a 6-yard gain. So now 2nd and 4. Vadiato drops back again. This time Delaware sends a blitz. He's going to roll to his left, and he's going to run it again. Had a man open, but decides to take off, and he's out at the 11. First down, Blue Raiders. If Delaware doesn't put a spy on Vadiato, they're going to have a tough time today, as he's going to keep it himself on the read option and gains about 5. So now 3rd and 5. Vadiato will drop back this time, throws over the middle, and there's Miles Butler getting into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Raiders. Butler's been one of the more ignored pieces of this offense, but when he's on, he is on. So we'll see if Delaware can respond here. 2nd and 9. And here comes Anthony Bynum to blow up Marker. Nobody even bothered to get a hand on him there. As you're going to see on this play, the left tackle and left guard are just preoccupied with our D tackle, and that just freed up Bynum to get after Marker and put him down in the backfield. That's going to make it 3rd and 14. Here's Marker with the play fake. He's looking down the field, throws offside, and it's going to be dropped and nearly picked off afterwards. And Delaware will have to punt it away. Now, there is obviously a reason we're showing this return. Here's Cameron Lacey up the right sideline. Lacey with plenty of space. He's pushed out inside the Delaware 40. So now we're back on offense. Nicholas Vadiato will drop back. He's looking. Has a man left side. That's completed. Amorian Walker picks up 6 on the play. That'll lead to a 2nd and 4. About 4 minutes to go in the game. Vadiato over the middle. He finds Lacey, who gets inside the 25. First down for the Blue Raiders. Now 3rd and 16. Vadiato throws left side. Flag on the play. That's going to be completed, but we're going to get called for holding. Tyler Cooper, the culprit there. That'll lead to a 3rd and 26 now. Pretty insurmountable here. Vadiato throws to the end zone looking for Walker, and he makes the grab, but he can't keep a foot in bounds. So Delaware will take over now. From the 20, 1st and 10. Marker has time, scrambles to his right. He's going to try to get away, gets away from one defender. He'll pick up the first down and more all the way up to the 45-yard line. Showing off his deceptive speed there. Now it's going to be 3rd and 2, a minute to go. Marker keeps it himself on the read option, and he gets blown up. Brendan Harris just took his head off there. And we'll get the ball back, but now it's going to be the end of the first quarter. Blue Raiders with a 7-0 lead. So now 3rd and 9. Vadiato works out of the pistol, looks over the middle, he finds Butler, and he's going to pick up the first down just barely. So now from the 40-yard line, here's a handoff. Jaquale Middlebrook up the middle. He'll pick up about 8. 3rd and 1 now. As here's a handoff. Cradle's going to fight his way forward, and he picks up the first down. Only averaging 2 yards a carry so far in this game. Now 3rd and 10. Vadiato hit as he throws. That's going to be incomplete. And we're going to have to punt it away once again. So now Delaware with the football inside their own 10. Here's a handoff. Hi-ho Silver away, and he picks up about 9 yards on the play. Now 3rd and 10. Silver moves to the right. They're going to hand it off to him. Silver up the middle, but he's going to get wrapped up. John House always wins. So we're going to get the football back now about 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Vadiato on 3rd and 12. Throws over the middle, and Doherty just drops it. That is disappointing, as Delaware will get the football back. Now 1st and 16 after a holding call. Here's Silver, and it's hi-ho Silver away. He breaks a tackle. Silver with plenty of space. He cuts it inside. If you would have taken it to the left side, that's probably a touchdown. But regardless, it's a big first down for the Blue Hens. Now Marker will throw right side, completes it. And Bradell is going to get very close to the marker. Gets about 9 on the play. Now it's going to lead up to a 2nd and inches. Silver gets the handoff, and he's brought down in the backfield. Good play by Ricky Smith. That'll lead to a 3rd and inches. Handoff. Saeed St. Flour's going to fight forward, and he picks up the first down for the Blue Hens. So now 1st and 10. Here's a play fake. Oh my God, McDonald just got burned. Took a bad angle. That's going to be a touchdown for the Blue Hens. If you're one of those sticklers that don't believe in immersion, I think the angle is the only thing that's my fault in that play. But 7-all here as we're under the 4-minute mark. Here's a screen. Cradle gets a block in front of him, cuts it inside, and Cradle gets up to the 35. First down for the Blue Raiders. Now 1st and 10. Vadiato throws right side, and this time Doherty makes the grab, and he has himself a first down. So now, first play after the 2-minute warning is going to be a 2nd and 1. Vadiato with a play fake. Steps up. He's going to scramble. He has plenty of space in front of him, and he dives down for the first up to the 35. Vadiato doesn't have a lot of speed, but he does show it off from time to time, as it's going to be 1st and 10. Vadiato has all day to throw. Scrambles to the left. Throws left side. Finally, that's completed to Cradle, and Cradle gets the first down just barely. Vadiato doesn't have a lot of speed, but he has enough to get away from defenders when he needs to. Now 2nd and 7. Here's a throw to Cameron Lacey. He's going to pick up about 6, but Lacey is injured on the play. That is a tough loss if he can't come back. He's definitely one of the faster receivers we have on the roster, as Vadiato gets blown up on the read option. And that'll lead to a 4th and 1, and we're going to go for it here. Hand off to Cradle, and he's going to get the first down. Just barely, but he got enough there. So now 1st and 10, swing pass, Jaquale Middlebrook, trying to get to the end zone, and he does so successfully. Touchdown, Blue Raiders. Nobody really followed him on the motion, and he's able to take advantage of the matchup against the linebacker to get into the end zone. So now it's 14-7. Marker throws over the middle. There is a flag on the play. This will be a big gain, but it's going to get wiped out because of the hold. So that's a tough break for Delaware. A lot of holding calls early on in this game for both teams. So now it's going to be 1st and 17. Here's Marker throwing over the middle. He's going to be picked off. Brandon Buckner gets the pick. The son of Brenson Buckner, who played in the NFL for many years, comes up with a huge play. They get called for holding, but we're obviously going to decline that. So now 13 seconds to go here in the first half. Vadiato will throw it to the left side, and it's going to be caught. Touchdown, Blue Raiders. Amorian Walker with another big play on a fade route. I mean, that play is just our bread and butter. Just let it fly to Walker, and he'll get underneath of it, and he'll make the grab. Damn near in double coverage there. Delaware will just kneel it out, and that'll take us to halftime. Middle Tennessee up 21-7 over a pretty competitive Delaware team. Delaware aren't exactly world beaters so far in their tenure in FBS, but obviously this is their first season, so considering that this is their first season, I think they're doing a pretty good job of hanging with us in this one. We do get the ball to start the second half. Now here's a read option. Vadiato's brought down in the backfield for a loss. That'll lead to a 2nd and 11. He keeps it again. And this time coughs up the football, but he's able to recover his own fumble somehow. That'll lead to a 3rd and 9. Vadiato rolls to the left, and he's going to make a play over the middle, finds Walker, and Walker's going to burn the Delaware defense. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Blue Raiders. What a play by Amorian Walker. This man has just been an absolute threat for us, both on the deep passes and just turning these small ones into bigger gains. And honestly, it sucks we're only getting one season out of him because we can definitely use this in the future. 28-7, we have the lead now as Delaware has the football, 3rd and 10. Marker throws left side, and I have no idea how he caught that in triple coverage, but okay. 1st down near the 50, as here's a fake to Silver. Marker has time, scrambles. Marker with plenty of green in front of him, and he is going to slide down at about the 30. Just a complete breakdown in defense there. Now it's going to be 2nd and 4. Quick throw left side, completed. Somehow he stays up, and he's going to pick up the 1st down. This game really doesn't like hit sticking, as you guys can see. Now 1st and 10. Hand off to Silver, and Silver cuts it inside, and he's able to roll forward and pick up another 1st down inside of the 10 this time. So now 1st and 10. Marker, quick throw of the middle, caught. Touchdown, Blue Hens. 2nd touchdown of the game for Max Patterson as Delaware pulls within 2 scores. Now we have the football back. 2nd and 9. Vadiato looking left side. It's caught. Wide open. That's Evan Potiker. Up the left sideline. He's pushed out of bounds at the 50. Big play for the backup tight end. So now here's Tyree Patterson in motion. He gets the touch pass. He's going to find some space, and he picks up about 9. That'll make it a 2nd and 1. Vadiato in the pistol, handed off to Cradle. Cradle with plenty of space in front of him, and he's going to get around the edge and gets up to the 25-yard line. Yet another 1st down. This run game has definitely been doing wonders today for the Blue Raiders. 3rd and 8. Here's a throw over the middle, and Doherty comes up with it. He's up to the 6, and it's another 1st down. Now 2nd and goal. You know we got to do it for Dark Spectre. The goal line. Strong toss. Pimp. Ricky Hunt gets into the end zone to make it 35-14. So now 3rd and 8 for Delaware as Marker throws left side, and that's Jake Bradell wide open. He breaks a tackle, and he'll get across the 50 up to about the 48-yard line. Now under a minute to go, 2nd and 3, handoff. Silver gets around the edge. Hi-ho, Silver away up to the 23-yard line. 1st down, Blue Hens. That'll bring an end to the 3rd quarter. 35-14 is the score, but Delaware is looking to stay in this one. This is anything but an insurmountable lead for the Blue Raiders. Now 2nd and 10. Here's a throw left side, completed. That'll be an 8-yard gain for Nicholas LeBoy. Now 3rd and 2. Handoff, Silver. He'll pick up the 1st down. He's inside the 10, up to the 9. And now 3rd and goal from the 1. Silver gets the handoff again. He's blown up in the backfield. Shakai Woods makes the stop, and now Delaware is going to go for it on 4th down from the 5. Here's Marker, rolling to his right, looking to run into the end zone, but he gets stonewalled. That's a turnover on downs. Brendan Harris making the play there. So now we have the football. 3rd and 3. Vadiato keeps it on the read option, and he gets stonewalled in the backfield, losing 3 on the play. Trainer makes the play there. And after a short punt, Delaware has a chance to get on the board once again. Here's Marker scrambling, and he slides down just shy of the marker. That'll make it 3rd and 1. So now this time Silver gets the handoff. Plenty of space for him. He's going to get inside the 10, up to the 6. And now Delaware has a chance to make this a 2-score game once again. 6 minutes to go. Silver gets the handoff. Good blocking, and Silver punches it into the end zone. Touchdown, Delaware. Now it's a 2-score game, under 5 minutes to go. We're facing a 3rd and 14, and we're throwing it here. Vadiato hit as he throws. That's going to be picked off. Keontae Jenkins gets the pick, and he'll get up to about the 16-yard line. And now Delaware has all the momentum here. Can they get into the end zone, though? 2nd and 10. Marker scrambles, throws on the run, completed underneath. That's going to be a touchdown for Delaware. Jake Thaw gets into the end zone to make it a 1-score game. And just like that, we're in danger of blowing a lead here. 2nd and 9, under 4 minutes to go. Here's the throw left side. Doherty makes the grab. He'll get up to the 34. So now 1st and 10. Handoff, Cradle. Up the middle. He's going to break a tackle, and he gets about 9 on the play. So we're just trying to run the clock, protect the football here. No more turnovers, hopefully, as Cradle's able to push his way forward. And he gets the 1st down. So now 2:45 to go. Cradle gets the handoff again. Cradle with a nice run, and they'll get the 1st down. Once again, Delaware uses their 2nd timeout. So one more 1st down might do it here, as Cradle's going to pick up about 8. They use their final timeout, and now a 1st down will put it away. Handoff to Cradle. He gets around the edge, spins his way forward, and he gets the 1st, and that will be your ball game, as Delaware can no longer stop the clock. Middle Tennessee State survives this one, 35-28. Delaware made things interesting late, but we end up getting the dub. Although I will say, 2 straight weeks where the opponent almost comes back from a lot of points down is a little disconcerting, but we'll handle that later. Nicholas Vadiato with a good game, 18-28, 284 touchdowns and a pick. Pretty good work from the BBCs. Backs by committee, get your mind out of the gutter. Ricky Hunt had the lone touchdown on the ground, though. And receiving-wise, a good game for Amorian Walker. He had 3 catches for 94 yards and 2 touchdowns in this one. Butler had a touchdown, as did Middlebrook. And pretty good day by the offensive line. No sacks given up, as you can see. And 2 TFLs for Harris and Smith. And the lone sack by Anthony Bynum. And Brandon Buckner getting the pick. And it's funny because Brent Buckner, his father, got 2 interceptions in his NFL career. Zach Marker had a pretty good game, 12-17, 188, 3 touchdowns and a pick, but a lot of that was just our failure to really play good pass defense. Silver had a good game as well. Patterson with 3 catches and 61 yards and 2 touchdowns. Thaw had 1 as well. And they only gave up 1 sack. It doesn't register with any of the linemen, though, at least not on the screen. And overall, Delaware definitely played a lot better than I thought they would in this game. I mean, they did not lay down. They definitely gave us a fight towards the end, but we were able to hold on. But again, we got some tough games coming up. We got to play FIU soon, and we have to play Western Kentucky, who's our biggest rival as well. But can't overlook Jacksonville State. That's our next opponent. They have a pretty damn good quarterback, but we'll talk more about them in just a moment. So we end up losing out on Corey Head in recruiting. He wasn't interested in us anyways, but I thought we might be able to get him in. As we look at the college football playoff first ranking, Penn State's number 1. Disgustingly, Florida and Miami are in the top 10, and Duke is 7-0 right now. That's kind of wild. Looking at the top 12, if the season were to end today, it's kind of weird seeing Penn State number 1, to be completely honest. USC's made a resurgence. They're number 4. Duke's number 11. BYU's number 10. We got Texas Tech at number 6. That's crazy. And then Navy rounding out the list at number 12. The award watch lists have dropped as well. Anthony Bynum is currently 6th for the Lombardi Award. He currently has 16 TFLs and 4.5 sacks on the season, so that's not too surprising. Plus 2 fumble recoveries as well. And Jeremiah Smith of Ohio State is looking to win the Heisman this year. So next up, we take on 1-6 Jacksonville State. They're trying to avoid getting eliminated from bowl contention here. And that's pretty much going to be the next 5 games for them. They got to keep winning in order to be able to make it to a bowl. As you can see, they are equal with us as far as overall offense and defense are concerned. So this ain't going to be an easy test. If you guys know anything about me, you know who my college team is, and you know what Jacksonville State did back in 2021. So, I'm not going to lie to you guys, this is personal. I want to beat them down. Personal vendettas aside, we do have a good shot at making it to the Conference USA Championship game, so we got to keep winning these games to make sure we keep our spot. Nicholas Vadiato had a masterclass according to the game. We'll see if he can get another one in this one. As we start off with the football, 1st and 10. Vadiato throws right side. It's caught. There's Butler up the right sideline, and he's going to get up to the 35. So a nice way to start the game for this offense. 1st and 10. Hand off to Flip Cradle. He cuts it inside, and he's going to pick up about 7. So now 2nd and 3. This time Jaquale Middlebrook's in the backfield. He'll get the handoff. Middlebrook trying to get around the edge, and he's only going to gain about 2. He probably should have cut it upfield a little sooner. But now 3rd and 1. Handoff Cradle. Tries to force his way across the marker, but he can't get there. And we're going to go for it on 4th and inches because scared money don't make none. Cradle goes up the middle, and he'll pick up the first down, getting across midfield. So now 2nd and 10. Vadiato drops back, steps up, throws over the middle. It's caught. Butler with the grab. First down. Miles Butler with his 2nd catch already. Definitely got to utilize him a bit more here, as here's a throw right side. Patterson has a step, makes the grab, and keeps both feet in bounds for the Blue Raiders touchdown. They do end up reviewing it, but as you can see, that would have been good in the NFL, as he got both feet in bounds. Just toe tapping there. And that's going to make it a 7-0 game. Jacksonville State takes the field now offensively. And they're led by quarterback Gavin Wimsatt, who transferred from Kentucky and was originally at Rutgers before coming over to Jacksonville State last season. He completes that one for about 3 on the play. That'll lead to a 2nd and 7. Wimsatt in the shotgun. RPO action here. There's Caleb Coombs picking up the first down up to the 45. He doing it for Coomer Nation out here. 1st and 10 from the 46 now. Wimsatt will drop back. He has time, throws over the middle, it's caught. That's going to be a big first down for Michael Petway. He's going to be a problem. Definitely the big speedster on this offense. Now 1st and 10. Wimsatt throws left side, that's caught. Broken tackle. There's Brock Recksteiner, the son of wrestler Scott Steiner, and he gets the first down all the way up to about the 5. So now 1st and goal. And Wimsatt keeps it on the read option. He's just going to walk in untouched for the Jacksonville State touchdown. So the Gamecocks tie it up at 7. Now halfway through the first quarter, here's a handoff. Ricky Hunt Jr. getting the carry. He cuts it upfield. Nice juke. And he's going to pick up the first down. So we're trying to utilize all the BBCs early on in this game. Here's Shaw in the game. He's going to get the screen, and he's going absolutely nowhere. He loses 2. So now 3rd and 12. Vadiato has time, throws left side. That's going to be caught, but just short of the marker is Brian Bruton. So now 4th and inches, we're going to go for it again. Cradle picks up the first down. We're not afraid to go for it in these short yardage situations. Now 1st and 10, handoff to Cradle again. Across the 45 up to about the 46. That'll lead to a 3rd and 4. Vadiato drops back. Throws over the middle. Doherty cannot hold on to it. This man has a huge issue with drops, as we're going to punt it away now. So now 3rd and 10. Wimsatt scrambles, throws off his back foot, and that's going to be broken up, nearly picked off by Ricky Smith. So now the Gamecocks will punt it away. Very shallow punt there, as Bruton will get the return. Bruton takes it to the outside. He's going to cross the 50. Spin move, spins out about 4 Gamecocks, and he gets up to about the 36. They mark him down at the 37. 1st and 10. Vadiato with a pump fake, throws left side, and a nice grab near the sideline. That's Miles Butler coming up with the catch for the first down. Now 3rd and 10. Vadiato over the middle, just overshoots Patterson there, and we'll just have to settle for 3. It's a 37-yard attempt for Zach Benedict from the left hash, and he's able to split the uprights to make it 10-7. So that'll end the first quarter. We have a 10-7 lead over Jacksonville State. They've definitely come to play in this one. Wimsatt has been an absolute baller with 69 yards. Nice. 2nd and 6 now. Here's a handoff to Cook. And Cook gets a block. He's going to get the first down up to about the 38. So now 2nd and 10. Wimsatt out of the shotgun. We send a blitz. And we just over-pursue Cook on the screen. And he's going to get up to the Middle Tennessee 44. Well, about the 45, I should say. Now 2nd and 1. Wimsatt throws right side. Is caught. There is a flag on the play. It came out very late, and it's going to be a holding call against Jacksonville State. I will not complain about that. Ryland Bragg called for that one. So now 3rd and 11 for the Gamecocks. Here's Wimsatt. Another flag on the play. He'll throw it underneath, and the receiver wasn't even paying attention there. That's going to be a hold against them anyways, but we're just going to decline it this time and get the football back. So they're going to punt it once again. Bruton already had a big return earlier, but he's not even going to get this one. And this is going to bounce all the way to the 1. I thought about picking it up, but we're just going to have to face the music here. What a punt. 2nd and 8 now. Handoff to Cradle. Great blocking there, and Cradle's going to pick up the first down, getting up to the 14. So now 1st and 10. Cradle gets the handoff again. Bounces it outside. Cradle with some space. Jumps over a defender. That was dangerous. But he picks up about 8. So now 3rd and 2. Middlebrook in the game now. And Middlebrook tries to force his way past the marker, but only gets a yard. And this time we actually end up punting it because we're so deep in our own territory. So now 3rd and 13. Wimsatt underneath. He finds Rechsteiner, who's going to be brought down just short of the marker. And we end up getting the football back. So now 4 minutes to go in the second. Here's Vadiato. He's going to scramble out of the pocket, picks up the first, jumps over a defender, and he would have had some more space to get some more yardage there if he wasn't out of bounds. So now 1st and 10, Vadiato lets it fly, underthrows that, but Doherty's able to draw a pass interference as we get the old Carson Wentz special, underthrowing the football and forcing a DPI. I'll take it. 3rd and 8 from the 39. Vadiato gets hit as he throws that one. That'll be incomplete, and we'll have to punt it. So now we hit the 2-minute warning. We'll see what Wimsatt and company do here. He throws on the run over the middle. That's going to be completed, but it's going to come back due to a hold. So Coombs' great effort and Wimsatt's great effort both are just wasted. 3rd and 14 now. And they'll just go RPO this time. Rechsteiner breaks a tackle. And he's going to break another one, and he's going to get the first down. Holla if you hear him. So now 3rd and 6. And here's Wimsatt scrambling. Throws over the middle. Completed. Coombs again. He's going to get the first down just short of midfield as Jacksonville State takes their first time out of the half. 1st and 10. Wimsatt throws right side. That's going to be caught. Coombs just short of the marker this time. Now 2nd and inches. Wimsatt throws over the middle. That's going to be completed. Pearson Baldwin just ignored Ricky Smith there. And it's a new set of downs. Under a minute to go in the half. Wimsatt goes back to Baldwin. He makes another grab just short of the marker this time. Now it's going to be 2nd and 1. Handoff to Cook. He picks up the first down. So now 20 seconds to go. They're just going to settle for a field goal here. Here's the kick, and it's good. There is 1 second left, and we actually just end up kneeling the ball down in the end zone. So we'd have a chance to throw a Hail Mary. Here's Vadiato, and somehow the D tackle gets to Vadiato when they're just rushing 3. Terrible effort by the offensive line, and we're tied up at 10 at the half. Like I said, Jacksonville State is not a team to sleep on. And they've definitely come to play. Wimsatt has definitely been a big problem for us. And they get the football to start the second half. Wimsatt, quick throw right side. That's going to be completed. And there's Petway getting the first down up to the 38. 2nd and 5. Handoff. Cook. Great blocking there by the offensive line. And he's going to get the first down into Middle Tennessee territory. Now 1st and 5. Wimsatt scrambles. He's going to pick up the first, and he's brought down just after he gets past the first down marker. We got called for an offsides on the previous play, so now 3rd and 11. Wimsatt throws to the end zone, and that's going to be deflected by Muhammad. Intended for Petway there. And it would have been a holding call on Bragg anyways, but we're just going to decline it once again and let them take their 3. So here's the attempt about 50 yards out. Kick is up, and it's good. Jacksonville State takes the lead. So 13-10 here. We're deep in our own territory. Here's a throw over the middle. There's Butler making the grab. Getting across the 20 and picking up the first. So a little wear and tear for Vadiato. We'll keep our eyes on that as he throws over the middle, and Bruton can't come down with it. That's going to be incomplete, and Jacksonville State will get the football back. And Wimsatt keeps it on the read option again. Breaks a tackle. Accidentally hit stick with House, so that's what happened there. And it's a first down. We'll just say he tripped. It's fine. 1st and 10. Here's a screen pass left side. And there is Petway getting the first down again. We just cannot wrap these guys up. It's getting kind of irritating. I know it's partially my fault for hit sticking as much as I do, but still. And there's Rechsteiner making the grab, getting up to the 11. He's a genetic freak just like his dad. 3rd and 2. And here is Wimsatt throwing over the middle. He probably would have been better off just scoring there as Coombs drops it. And they'll settle for a chip shot field goal, but Pettis is going to come in and block it. And we stop them from extending their lead. So now 3rd and 4 as we get the football back. Quick throw over the middle, and Cradle can't hold on to it. He must have heard footsteps there as we have to punt it after a 3 and out. So now 1st and 10. Wimsatt's going to be brought down for the sack. The senior D tackle, DeMonte Smith, got to him there. So now it's going to be 2nd and 16. Here's a throw over the middle, completed. And Cook picks up about 8. Now it's going to be 3rd and 8. They're halfway there. Wimsatt drops back again. And he's going to let it fly down the field. Muhammad can't make the play as Petway comes down with it. I mean, I got to just stop switching on to deep passes, I guess. I don't know. Quick throw left side, and it's going to be caught by Brock Rechsteiner. The numbers don't lie, and they're spelling disaster for us right now as we're down 20-10. And here's Cradle getting the handoff up the middle. About a minute to go. And, oh, if he could have broke that last tackle, he probably would have been gone. But a big first down either way. So one of the final few plays before the end of the 3rd as Cradle gets the handoff. Picks up about 8. That'll take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. And Jacksonville State is up by 10. We might be down, but we are not out of this one. 3rd and 2 to open up the 4th quarter. As Vadiato will hand it off to Hunt. He'll pick up the first down. The bubble was open, but I didn't want to take any chances there. So now 2nd and 10. Vadiato throws a screen. There's Cradle getting some blocks, spins inside, and he's going to get all the way up to about the 16 after breaking a tackle. Cradle's just been an absolute monster for us so far this season. Now 3rd and 5. Quick throw over the middle. Bruton makes the grab, but he's going to be short of the marker. And we're going to go for it on 4th and 1. We probably should just take our points, but Cradle is going to reach out and get the first. I thought he got stopped short for a second. Now 1st and goal, handoff. Hunt gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Raiders, as we make it a 1-score game. Now we got to play some defense here. 1st and 10. And a little RPO action here. Coombs breaks a tackle. And again, note to self, stop hit sticking. At least stop doing it all the time, you know. 1st and 10. Wimsatt has all day to throw. Throws over the middle. That's completed. Coombs again getting the first down. He's been a thorn in our side in this one for sure. 1st and 10. Handoff Cook. This time he's brought down. This time the hit stick does its job as Brendan Harris gets the tackle. Now 2nd and 12. Wimsatt throws right side. And that's going to be Baldwin again making the grab. So now 3rd and 7. Wimsatt has time, looks deep, into double coverage, and it's going to be broken up. John House always wins, as we're going to get the football back as they punt this one deep. That is going to bounce, and it's going to be another what-a punt, this time at the 2. So if we're going to take the lead here, we got to go 98 yards. I mean, field goal range, not quite sure what Benedict's range would be from here, but we'll have to figure that out when we get there. Now 1st and 10 after we pick up the first down on the last play. And that's going to be a first down up to about the 25. Vadiato's getting beat up now. Hand off to Cradle. He cuts it inside, and he'll pick up about 4, but Jaden Cradle is hurt now. That's not good, but we have enough running backs that it won't hurt us too bad as Middlebrook picks up right where Cradle left off and picks up about 4. Cradle's back in the game now, 3rd and 2. Handoff up the middle, and he'll pick up the first down. We're running low on time here, though, as we hit the 2-minute warning. We're at the 45. Screen pass this time. Here's Ricky Hunt, and he cuts it inside across the 40 up to about the 36. Vadiato was injured on the last play, so now in comes the redshirt freshman Roman Galliano. He'll throw right side. It's caught. There's a wide open Patterson inside the 10 up to the 6. So a huge play. And now 2nd and goal. Hand off to Hunt. He takes it outside, and they'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Raiders. We take the lead. But we may have scored way too quickly. Still plenty of time for Jacksonville State to come back into this one, especially with how well Wimsatt's playing. He'll drop back. He'll throw right side. Caught by Pearson, but then dropped. It's not going to matter because it would have been a hold regardless. A lot of holding calls against the Jacksonville State O-line. It's going to be 1st and 20 now. Wimsatt, quick throw right side. There's Pearson Baldwin again. He's going to pick up a solid chunk of yards there. About 6 on the play. 2nd and 14 after the timeout. Here's a throw right side. Broken up by Harris. Intended for Petway. 3rd and 14. Wimsatt has time. Lets it fly. That's intended for Petway, and Muhammad's able to break it up this time. So now 4th and 14, most likely last chance for the Gamecocks. And Wimsatt lets it fly left side, and what do? I switch back on, and Petway makes the grab up to the 25. That is just a heartbreaker there. 40 seconds to go. 1st and 10. That should have been picked off. You have to wrap your hands around it, Hughes. Parker Hughes could have called game, but he drops it. Now 2nd and 10. Here's a throw right side, and we're going to get punished horribly for it as Coombs makes the grab in the end zone for the touchdown. And now we find ourselves trailing with 30 seconds to go in this game. 1st and 10. Galliano still in the game. He'll roll to his right, hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Galliano throws left side. It's going to be caught and then dropped by Walker, who had not made a catch all game. That would have been his first of the game. Now 3rd and 10. Galliano looks over the middle, and he just threw it way too far inside for Walker, who can't hold on to it. And now we're down to our last chance. 4th and 10. Galliano throws to Doherty, and he just overshoots him as Jacksonville State pulls off a stunner, winning 27-24. Just absolutely heartbreaking there as Wimsatt just absolutely cooked us throughout this game. Got to give it to Jacksonville State. They came to play, and we just did not. Vadiato, 12 of 27, 167 and a touchdown. Galliano, 1 of 5 for 31, so not a great game for either quarterback. We had a pretty good game on the ground, though. Cradle got over 100 yards. Hunt had 2 touchdowns. Middlebrook did some damage with the carries he had. And Miles Butler, 4 catches, 61 yards. Patterson, 2 catches, 63 and a touchdown. But no catches for Amorian Walker once again, and he had a drop. The O-line just kind of let the defense get back there a little too much, although they only gave up 1 sack from the looks of it. And overall, I felt like our pass defense just got carved up all game. We did a pretty good job of stopping the run for the most part, but just a rough game all around as far as the secondary is concerned. And I forgot to record their stats, so my apologies. Michael Petway had 6 catches, 157. Touchdown for Caleb Coombs and Brock Rechsteiner. And not too much running on the ground. Wimsatt had a touchdown on the ground, but that's about it. And then DJ Scales takes us off of his list, so he won't be coming to Middle Tennessee. That's unfortunate. With the loss, we're now tied for first place in Conference USA. We do have the best record overall, but Western Kentucky technically is in first place. FIU, Liberty, and Middle Tennessee are tied for third, essentially, behind Sam Houston, who's 4-1. But this race is going to get very interesting. Next up, we take on FIU. That is not going to be a very easy game. Historically, FIU has been a thorn in my side. I actually used them for a Dynasty way back in the day before I even started creating content. So I do got a soft spot for Florida International, but in this game, I'm coming for blood. So if you guys are hyped for the next episode, let me know in the comments section. Hit that like button, hit the sub button if you're new as well. Turn your notifications on, the whole 9, and I'll see you guys in the next one.